Hey guys, welcome back to my Taylor Talks channel. Make sure that you guys click that subscribe button on the lower right hand corner for some more Taylor Talks. So today, we're actually going to be talking about the Great Resignation. Since the pandemic has started, millions of people around the world have been quitting their jobs at a staggering rate. And the number of U.S. workers quitting their jobs in September was the highest on record. We all know that in August, 4.3 million people quit their jobs. But now in September, 4.4 million additional workers quit their jobs voluntarily as well. And employers are still struggling to fill millions of open jobs and to hold on to the workers they already have. Now, this number of 4.4 million workers that quit was the most in the last 2 decades the government has been able to keep track. Nearly 1 million quit their jobs in the leisure and hospitality industry alone, reflecting the steep competition for workers as businesses recover from last year's pandemic-induced shutdown. So there were over 10.4 million job openings in the U.S. at the end of September. That is down a bit from the record 11.1 million posted in July before the spread of the Delta variant, and it led to a slump in sales in some businesses. But studies say that demand for labor remains extraordinarily high by historical standards. Even before the pandemic, the record for job openings in a month was 7.6 million. In November 2018, the Labor Department revised its estimate of jobs opening in August to 10.6 million. So there are roughly 75 unemployed workers for every 100 job openings in September, the lowest ratio on record. Now, separate data released last week by the Labor Department showed that job growth rebounded in October, but that the labor force barely grew. Now, Ryan Sutton, a district director for Robert Half, an accounting firm, said, "You're essentially seeing demand continuing to increase without an offsetting increase in talent. Until some new talent comes in, until we get employees who are on the sidelines back into the market, it is very unlikely this is going to continue." Now, economists cite a number of reasons for the slow return. One being the pandemic is still disrupting childcare, making it hard for some parents to work. Other workers are worried about contracting the virus or spreading it to high-risk family members. Also, many Americans have also built up their savings during the pandemic, allowing them to be choosier about jobs. So these factors are likely to ease as the pandemic continues and savings dwindle, but other shifts could prove more lasting. In a research note published last Friday, economists at Goldman Sachs observed that roughly 2/3 of the people who had left the labor force during the pandemic were over 55. Many of them have retired and unlikely to go back to work. Researchers are also saying that the recent rise in the number of workers quitting suggests that many are taking advantage of their leverage to accept better paying jobs or to just look for them altogether. At the same time, understaffing in many businesses may be putting stress on remaining workers, leading even more people to leave their jobs. Industries that require most employees to work in person, such as manufacturing, retail, and healthcare, as well as leisure and hospitality, report the biggest increases in the rate of workers leaving their jobs. Now, many Americans are voicing their opinions as to why they have left their jobs. And one person, Kaylee Sweeting, she worked as a bartender in Melbourne, New Jersey, through most of the pandemic, despite concerns about interacting with unmasked customers and frustration about low wages. But when the restaurant pressured a colleague to come to work sick this summer, she quit. And she said, in quote, "The job was absolutely no longer worth it. I was hurt that a company that I gave my time to did not seem to prioritize me or my safety." So there you have it, folks. It looks like the reason why a lot of people quit, over 4.4 million U.S. workers quit in September, was one, because a lot of people retired, and two, people have more options. During the pandemic, we all saved up our money, or hopefully we all saved up our money, so people are more choosy about where they should go because they have a money cushion to fall back on. Anyways, what do you guys think about this? Make sure that you guys comment below your thoughts and make sure to like and subscribe for some more Taylor Talks. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Thanks everyone for subscribing and see ya.